Okay, we will start the press conference. We will hold it in English so that Marco Fontana he can also follow us. If you have questions in Swiss German or German, of course, you can ask them afterwards in this language. So, we will start with Nino Schurter. Nino, second place, European Championship here in Berne. Almost 2 minutes behind Julia Absalo. How comes that it's such a huge gap?
Yeah, I started pretty good and I felt me as well quite good and was battling with Absalo. But he was definitely today stronger than me. He attacked a few times and after halfway I was not able to stay with him. So yeah, too bad. He beat me here. The last races I was in front of him, but he was definitely stronger than me today, so I'm happy with myself.
What do you think? Where did you lose the race?
Yeah, I would say he was physically stronger than me today. In the steep uphills he was definitely a bit more aggressive riding than I, and I don't know why he was this time that much stronger than me, but he was definitely stronger, and but I gave my best. It was awesome to ride in front of the home crowd, and it was an awesome track, nice organization, so I'm quite happy.
So you're not disappointed that you didn't win the gold medal?
No, I have to accept that Absalo was much stronger than me today.
Okay, thank you very much. Marco Fontana, we all know you were injured earlier this year. Last week, 7th in Val di Sole, now bronze medal at the European Championship. I guess you're pretty happy about the result, no?
Sure. I mean, I had a tough beginning of the season, you know, coming from last season where actually I performed well pretty much during the whole season. And like starting after the epic, I had this injury and took me quite a bit to come back on a good speed. And I mean, we all know that cycling, you know, it's a tough sport. There is no shortcut really, so you have to accept that you have an injury and you just build up your shape, you know. And I knew that, so I started with some smaller races, and then coming to the World Cup was kind of tough, but day by day and week by week was better and better. Last week, I mean, I got 7th, but was such a hard course for me that I think 7th was at least a good result. I mean, I had a good performance, that's the point. Here the course was much better for me, and I knew that I could give my best. So yeah, pretty happy to be back on such a podium, especially with two big guys in front of me.
So what can we expect in the next couple of races from you?
Well, next week for sure kind of holiday, so I will have a rest week, and then back to the second half of the season with a lot of motivation to be strong again, be back on a podium, World Cup podium. And then for sure, I mean, my big goal of the season is finally to win one of these big races. So I will focus for sure on Worlds, but we have also 3 World Cups. So yeah, I'll give my best to be back on top.
Thank you very much. So now it's open for questions.
I had quite a big cut on my arm. It was a Swiss Cup, the first Swiss Cup actually. It was just the first lap. I was riding with Nino, and then I crashed badly, and I had quite a few stitches inside and outside. I had drainage for a while, so I mean, it was not a big injury. The point was that we were just back from the Cape Epic, and I still didn't do like the intensive training for the big races, for the cross-country race, because I actually built my big base in the Epic. That means that it took me actually a month to be back on my speed, you know. And then I was always catching up because these guys, they were flying. And yeah, I mean, that's how it is, you know. have to say that I'm happy that now I'm fit and good. because other guys, like my teammate, had quite a worse injury, you know. So, yeah.
Any other question?
Yeah, what are the next steps for you, the Swiss Championships?
Yeah, the next race will be the Swiss Champs, Lenzerheide. But I do as well now an easy week, and then try to build up my shape for the second part of the season with the next World Cup in Andorra, then Mont-Saint-Anne, Canada, and then 4 Worlds and the World Cup final.
And after the Swiss Championships, training camp with the Swiss team in Engadin?
No, I don't. This year I don't do any high altitude training. I want to try something new. So.
What?
Can't tell.
The past years I spend always 3 weeks in summer with high altitude, and now I want to see the difference if I do the same preparation not in the high altitude to compare already to get some results already for Rio, what will be their best preparation.
Maybe.
You know, any thoughts about February 2011 and no?
Sure, yeah, I had during the race I had again a bit the same feeling. It's maybe in the past years always when we have a big race in Switzerland I was always second. It was 2003 at the Junior Worlds. I was second behind Jaroslav in Lugano. 2011 I was second again behind Jaroslav in Jean-Paris, and today I was second behind Uppsala. So maybe I'm better with a little bit less pressure. But no, I'm as well just a rider, and sometimes I can't always win. So, but I'm not disappointed. I'm happy with myself.
You talked about the crowd. The field is so incredible and loud. And, did you have this already before in races?
Yeah, it was awesome to support for me. There were really a lot of Swiss fans out there, so it was definitely special for me. There were other races of, I would say, with nearly the same amount of people, but spectators. But today, I would say the most people were cheering for Swiss, and that was special for me or for the whole Swiss team.
Just one question to both of you. We know that Kulavi wasn't here because he wanted to do street races. Is this also an option for you two, or is it really mountain bike that you love?
Well, we were not scared about the jumps. Maybe he was. No, I mean it's different preparation. You know, I think he wanted to do marathon worlds next week, and that's why he chose a long distance road race. That's the only reason, I think.
Yes.
How we finished? No, nobody knows.
So that's not an option for you to change.
That's next week, I think. That's next week.
Not for maybe for preparation or once to get another challenge, but for me it's not really an option to change totally. I'm more the mountain biker.
Okay. Further questions? If not, then we would close the general questions scene. I think you still are available for some individual interviews for a couple of more minutes. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Posso fare con te dopo?